Good morning, friends, and thanks for joining me. We're in a series on the person and work of the Holy Spirit, and we've been talking about just different ways that the Holy Spirit might want to interact supernaturally within the normal rhythms of our lives by bringing people into our lives that have needs that we can pray for hands on right there, and they don't know Jesus. Yikes! Is that crazy or what? Yes, it's crazy, and yes, you can do it, and yes, God uses this planet wide. He's been doing it for 2,000 years. That there's this vehicle of the people of God connecting the transcendent God with the people here on terra firma, and that the conduit, the power cable, is you. And so when somebody comes into your world and they've got something that's going on with them, especially people that are consistently in your world. I'm not talking about just random people in coffee shops. I'm talking about people at your workplace, people in your school, people in your neighborhood. And as you have a chance to actually interact with them and you have a chance to pray for them, let's just say that you take me up on what I've been saying and that you actually start to pray for people. You pray, you put your hand on them, you pray for them, and you tell them that you'll continue to pray for them after that encounter. But you ask them, do you feel any better? And they'll be like, wait a minute, you're expecting this to actually happen? Yeah, I'm expecting this to happen. So I pray for them. I ask the Lord to make the pain go away. I ask them, the Lord to make the headache go away, to fix their back, to whatever that it is. And then I ask them, hey, test it out. How is that? Does it feel any better? It's like, and actually a significant amount of times people say, actually, it does kind of feel better. And they're like, well, yay, cool, yay, God, and that'll typically be a kind of an encounter in that whole thing. Here's the point, though, is that you are trying to connect them with God, and that over time, if you do these kinds of things, you will have a chance to tell your story. You will have a chance to tell your story. I was in a place like you. I just didn't think any of this was real. I thought it was kind of ridiculous, and that religious people are all hypocrites. I just thought they were all hypocrites, and so I just wrote them all off. And then God, then Jesus began to become real to me in such a way that I had to actually take him seriously. And then I finally put my trust in him. And again, we're doing that. Tell your story. Here's who I was before. Here's how Jesus became real. Here's who I am afterwards. And you use that encounter over time to share your story and to share the gospel in your story. That's our word for today. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll be back, I think, this weekend from Zambia, and I'm looking forward to be with you. God bless you.